So the same day Kid Goku is officially out, and this guy looks like he's going to be very, very good. He looks like he'll be really great across all types of difficult content in the game. You know, we're talking about battle hardened foes, we're talking about red zone and things like that. And I'm actually a huge fan. You know, again, I think there could have been a better option for Same Day in terms of like it being a grade A Kid Goku, because I think this guy having the same name as all the other Kid Gokus does hurt, but at the very least, he's going to be a really good character. So 69% is what I have him at, and he's full level 10 links. Now, links may not really matter too much with this guy, at least on this setup I'm running, because you know, a lot of his power he can get from Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, but man, if we take a look here at this guy's best linking partners, it's not really looking too hot. I mean, again, we could just grab 23rd World Tournament Goku like it's maybe, but not really. We have Kichichi, which looks like is a decent option, but it's not crazy. And then it's like, I mean, you can't really run Hachan without Path to Power. This guy, character needs an easy A. This character wants an easy A, right? Beast Gohan and short events would work. Bulma potentially could work, you know, with the stun that she'll allow him to get the guaranteed stun off. Roshi maybe sometimes. Definitely not the best in terms of like making sure these DB Saga links are activated. This is where I would have really liked this guy had a great 8 mechanic to where he would be able to link with the Path to Power Kid Goku. But that's okay. So we see this guy starting off at 220k defense. Now, I think we're just going to start off by saying he gets 200% defense when he receives an attack. So sitting up in slot 1 here, he's going to shoot up to 666% or 666k defense, my bad, not percentage. He gets 200% attack and defense start of turn, 20% reduction, and he'll launch an additional attack that has a great chance to be a super. Now, you may think that's a little low, and that is indeed true, right? Not the highest amount of damage reduction. He does have an intro animation that has a restriction, which we'll talk about right now in a second. But first, we should focus on his additionals here. So, something really interesting about this guy is we're seeing here he's just guaranteed critting, right, for the rest of the fight here. And he may get some dodges off, which we did not actually get the dodge to proc, unfortunately. When this guy attacks with 12 or more ki, he gets 100% attack, which is just a one-time buff. But he gets 55% chance to crit within the turn and a 22% chance to dodge all enemy attacks within a turn. At first, you would read that and you're thinking, oh, you know, he just gets 55% flat crit, 22% flat chance to dodge, right? But that's not how it works. This actually can activate on every single attack you do. And then it is just giving you that ability guaranteed. So for every single attack Goku does at 12 or more ki, even if they're normal attacks, he will have a 55% chance to perform a crit for the rest of the turn. Likewise, with each attack you'll do, it is a 22% chance to guarantee dodge enemy's attack within the turn. It is different from what we usually have, which is a 22% chance to dodge every single individual attack, and it has to proc on that specific attack that the enemy does. I like the crit chance at how it is. If it's going to be like 55% like that, just because of the fact that I think it'll just be generally more useful to a lot of people to have that with like a 50% chance to crit, because I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. You could get a situation where it's like, oh, crit, then no crit, no crit, no crit. That can happen. But what happens is if you land that first crit, it'll be crit, then you're guaranteed to crit for the rest of the other 3 attacks that you'll do with this guy, right? I like that quite a bit. Now, he does have some build-up part of the passive with him. For every super attack he performs, he gets 50% attack and up to 200% stats in total. So he just needs to do 4 different supers. After he performs 7 or more super attacks in battle, he will guaranteed launch an additional super attack, and he guards guaranteed as well. So all in all, he's gonna be able to get a very, very nice look. 20% damage reduction, guard. He has the great chance additional super attack. He has the guaranteed additional super attack. He can get guaranteed dodge. He has the crit. He's doing quite a lot of things. And with every single super attack he does, he stacks 20% attack and defense, which is really, really nice too. Beyond that, he also has a really easy to use active skill, which will just proc right away. There's not a reason to hold on to it. This active skill actually does give him ki. If you notice, he doesn't have ki in his passive at all. So him getting this ki could be really, really nice to see. But let's go ahead and play this animation right now. Now it is really interesting that the animation, he kicks the fish, but it's not actually an attack. Now he does recover 30% HP when he uses that, which we saw, you know, with the HP bar. We were able to cover that HP, but he also does get Ki 3 and a 30% attack and defense permanently in battle. So we're starting off here already at 428k, and again, keep in mind, every super attack he does will not only add to this, but he gets the 200% when receiving an attack. So now at this point, this guy's already starting up at 1.28 million defense, right? With just these, what, 2 super attacks that he was able to get. Now we do have AGL Super Vegeto's defensive support, which is an important thing to go ahead and consider when it comes to this, but let's keep going. This guy has yet to receive his intro animation, which, again, the intro animation gives him another guaranteed additional super and a 40% damage reduction for 7 turns. And the reason why I'm not rushing to get this intro animation right now is because it is arguably better for you to just save that intro animation until you need it later on in the fight. Because what could happen then is you could have this guy stacked up quite a lot, and then by the end of a fight, oh, okay, now I'm just gonna activate this part of his passive and allow him to have guard plus the 60% damage reduction total, and he's gonna be able to get potentially 5 super attacks within the same turn. It could be very, very good, and that also helps with the fact that he will have the 22% chance to dodge with each attack. So later on in the fight, when he would likely want to dodge the most, you'll actually have that ability up, which is really, really cool. At the same time though, maybe in short fights you want this intro to be activated instantly, just so that he's always able to have the extra dodge chance up before he's able to build up these 7 or more super attacks, which won't happen in short fights regardless. So again, there's some really interesting things you could do with this guy to allow him to get these proper stacks and things like that. Now we're already seeing he's at a 14 mil attacks at the bottom right there. We'll skip ahead until we get him back on rotation. I think what I might do is, okay, well, we have this animation here. I'm probably going to push Super Saiyan 2 Gohan off rotation at this point, because I feel like Goku will have his rest of his passive for the rest of the fight anyways, and it'll be good to see maybe what he might do without it regardless though. But anyways, we'll have different situations where we could see him with his intro run out. So let's move on. All right, and we're gonna keep this guy with Goku because he is able to get all in the family. I don't think we get like Saiyan lineage or anything like that from here, no. And you know, I wanted to actually run Kid Goku's team so we can get Tech Ultimate Gohan with them, which is really funny. With Tech Gohan, we would also get Saiyan lineage here. So yeah, okay, wow, he's at 1.5 million defense with 20% reduction. That's definitely not crazy, but he's continuing to build up more and more, and that's before he's able to get some extra part of his intro. So right now we actually, oh wait, did we already get the 7 supers? He's guarding here. Okay, so 1.5 million defense with guard and the 20% reduction. You know, that's not too drastically far off of what we see from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan at like this dupe level as well. I could see that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan would be able to get to a higher defense level post super, but we gotta keep in mind this guy's also gonna be able to get to that level. So actually we don't have the guard just yet. Okay, we throw a couple of super attacks away. We may see it activate this turn though. So yeah, here's the great chance super attack potentially is what I'm assuming. We got the crit to activate now, and yeah, again, soon he's gonna start stacking up more and more. Without these DB Saga links, you could definitely tell that he's not really doing that mega damage. Is he guarding here yet? He actually does guard now. So yeah, that actually also activates mid-turn, which will be useful in shorter fights. I could see turn 2, you're able to super attack and get the rest of the supers you need with this guy. Then he is guarding after that, which will be very, very useful. So cool.
じいちゃん、餌取ってくる。
That's peak. That's peak, chat. So, okay, well, he's locking Gohan there. This is why I brought the Senzu Bean, by the way. We're not even gonna worry about that. So, where is Topo gonna super? I don't know. This is where, okay, we're gonna, if we do this, we lose all in the fan. But Kid Goku does still have a pretty decent amount of defense stacks. But yeah, you can see the difference between having all in the family and not. 844k. This means this guy has 60% reduction plus guard. And once he receives the attack, I mean, he's already at 2.4 mil defense with, what, 8 stacks already? Okay. Now with this, it'd be at 21 mil, 2.1 mil defense, right? But I think that's looking pretty good already, too. I mean, I wish I should have brought a scouter, maybe. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to use the TUR break here, because I don't really care about Vegito. I actually want to keep Goku out, specifically. So, we're going to go ahead and use the TUR break. We're actually going to put Goku just in slot 1. And I'm going to hope that we actually get super attacks in the front by Topo specifically. That would be my ideal scenario. We'll grab this. Now, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is providing us the attack and defense support. So, I mean, hey, let's see what we're going to be able to do with this Kid Goku in this situation. Hopefully Topo supers, but I would assume we're not going to really take a lot of damage from Topo specifically. And we're already getting the guarantee crits here. Ooh, I guess Goku's also buffing Topo, huh? That's good to note too. So each of these super attacks are actually providing Topo as buff, but we're getting one more super attack here guaranteed, and then we can get the hidden potential system super. So now this Kid Goku is going to start really stacking up nicely. No super, but he does have the guarantee crit that pops in there. Okay. Topo's probably going to super in the middle, which is okay too. I would have preferred, or I guess Topo could also super at the end there. Very possible. I don't know how tanky this Goku will be specifically here. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan will probably be in a lot of trouble unless he gets a couple of dodges off for us. But yeah, Kid Goku did pretty decent damage there. Started getting those guaranteed crits off, and on that turn, he would have guaranteed dodged the super attack from Topo anyway. So there we go. I mean, his defense, now that he gets an extra 5 stacks here, will be looking really good. And we're at a turn level where by the time the event runs out, we're not going to lose our passive, right? Yeah, we're on turn 7 here. Yeah, okay, Gohan's taking some damage here. He actually is not doing the worst though. He could be doing a lot worse, I feel like, in this situation here. I'm probably going to, what I'll probably do here is I'm gonna fuse into this Vegito, I think. Well, do I need to? I probably have to. Well, no, I could switch to Vegeta, use the item, I guess. We're definitely finishing Topo out this turn, no matter what. Topo's just done. But do I... Oh, no, wait, yeah, never mind. This Vegeta's been stacking. He's good. Because I'm going to use the Gogeta part when he comes back around here. I guess, to be safe, we'll just make sure we can kill right here, I think, with the Gogeta out. And then we'll use his active skill with Kid Goku when he comes back around, if we're able to do that, which I think will likely be very likely. We also will have the Scouter up now, so... Sorry. With the Scouter available, we'll be able to know where the super attack is and be able to appropriately place Kid Goku. Now, Jiren does cancel dodge, but we are type advantage regardless against the Jiren because he's SDR. I guess we're just going to be type advantage in general because we have the guard up at this point, and which is why On one hand, it can suck for the intro wanting the character to be on rotation, but in long events, it's actually a really nice thing where you could move around it. And let's talk about the battle hardened. I don't know why I keep saying battle hardened for no foes. The Festival of Battles event. If you're running this guy, let's say on the Fusions team, you have this guy and then maybe Scout or Vegeta on the team. If you're able to eventually switch things over to where, okay, on the Diamond Goku Glory phase or the Gogeta phase, you switch it over and this guy will then get his extra 40% reduction and the additional super attack guaranteed. He's going to have guard plus 60% reduction at the end of the fight if you play your cards right. And then through most of the event, you can just have the fusions Super Saiyan 4 Goku carry anyways. Like that could be a very, very realistic play that you do. So where is the super attack from Jiren? Right at the end, huh? A little unfortunate that the super attack is right there. I mean, so Goku is at 3 million defense now. Is his defense stat here. I mean, we're gonna have to... Yeah, unfortunate. I wanted to see what he would do with the Gogeta active. But I guess we'll just finish things off here at this point. Yeah, we'll finish things off for this specific fight. That's okay. And then after, we'll get an opportunity potentially to use the Gogeta active regardless. But let's just put him in front of this Jiren super attack and see him take it for double digits. Because in this situation, even if Jiren was a physical type, or maybe not physical, a tech type character, we would eat the attack the exact same way. So I'm not personally worried about that in any situation. So yeah, I mean, we got, 12 stacks over this specific event, which is 9 turns. We could realistically have gotten more stacks. At this point, the guard would have worn off. No, not the guard, sorry. At this point, the 40% extra damage reduction would have worn off. But we would have had more stacks through the event. So it kind of does depend. I think the 40% reduction is way more important to keep. Anyways, and at least that's my personal opinion, though. So we'll just... Again, skip real quick here, and let's get to Kid Goku's attack patterns. Alright, we're here. Let's see what you got for us, Kid Goku. So we're doing an 18.5 mil attack stat. Again, no DB Saga links or anything like that. And here's his second super. I don't know if the guaranteed one or the 70% chance one is here, but it seems like we're getting all of these up regardless. Ideally, we get the Hidden Potential System Super too. I think that'd be a really nice touch. I do have 16 additional on this guy. So he has a really good chance of getting that Hidden Potential System, which we did not get. But we are getting the guaranteed crits as we see. And Jiren Super, again, this one hits for about 5 mil if I'm not mistaken, right? 5.6, 5.7 mil or so. He, of course, takes that for double digits. Yeah, at the defense level that he's at this point, I would not have anticipated him to take that much damage, really. But it is really good to see what he's able to do here. Yeah, it's a 5.7 mil super. And again, it doesn't really matter, per se, that he's able to... it doesn't matter if he's able to... I guess, be against a type disadvantage enemy in this situation, because he's guarding. Even if you take away 40% reduction, I don't know. I think that would definitely make a difference in how much he would eat there. He was still at 3 mil defense. Well, actually, it's going to be way higher than 3 mil defense. Probably closer to 4 mil defense with guard and 20% reduction. I mean, yeah, he's looking pretty good, man. So, to make a little change of pace, we'll take him into the Battle Hardened Foes fight, though. Alright, so here we are in the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes part of the fights. And again, we're just going to try some stuff out here. So we have, of course, Kid Goku and Bulma together as a rotation. Now, Goku does have his guard, 60% reduction up instantly. The issue with Goku is that he's obviously not a character that can sit in slot 1. We're going to need Bulma to go ahead and do this for us right now. At least in this situation, we need Bulma to go ahead and slot 1 for us. We can get the unit super attack with Bulma here as well. Keep in mind, with Bulma on rotation, this Kid Goku does actually guarantee to stun the enemy. The good thing about these fights is that they are able to be guaranteed stun in their first phase, which means that we're literally just not going to be able to get hit at all. Now we do need to make sure Bulma gets her dodges off, but okay. All right, so now we're going to try things out in the Battle Harden Formidable Foe stages. We're going to just go into stage 10 against the Gammas and Cellmax. This is a very difficult stage. Luckily, I was actually able to get some Rainbow Kid Gokus on the friends list, and this is the team build we're going with. Again, kind of just like an experimental team build rather than one that I think is going to be really, really good. But this will also allow Pat Park Kid Goku, or not Pat Park Kid Goku, the Kid Goku to get his intro buff in a lot of different situations here. So, okay, let's just hop right in here. And we have Bulma in the first rotation with the Super Saiyan Vegeta. Let me actually refix this real quick here. Sorry, sometimes my cord is very finicky. It's like, just you touch it and then it like disconnects. It's so stupid. Actually, I think it's I don't even think it's the cord, actually. I think it's my my phone's charger slot. I might just have to get a new phone. My charger slot acts weird a lot of times. Okay. Kid Goku does guaranteed stun. So he has the 60% reduction. He's gonna have 660k defense. I think Gamma 2, he probably just hits too hard. Like if he supers me instantly, I'm pretty sure Gamma 2 would still just straight up kill this Kid Goku at this point, because of course he's a character that stacks over time, and he's gonna be a lot better in longer fights. But that's why when there's a Bulma on rotation, he has his unit super attack, which gives him the guaranteed stun against the boss. So Bulma only issues that she starts off at 60% dodge, so like she gets tagged once with against all these attacks. It could be very dangerous. So I think it might, the best play might be risking Kid Goku slump 1 and hoping that Gamma 1 doesn't super. It's a 15% chance, but if he does, we are definitely dead. I mean, I guess we'll put Bulma on slump 1. And I guess hope that she... No. I'm going to put Kid Goku there. I really do think Bulma would just... Because she's a dodge character that builds up with each dodge, which is kind of dumb. We're just going to hope that Gamma 2 doesn't super me instantly. 55k. Because he does have to crit too, huh? Dang it. Okay, of course he would super me instantly. Man, that sucks. Oh, we actually lived that pretty well. Whoa, okay. Instantly, turn 1, he lives a 3-mil super. Actually, yeah, the 60% reduction went a pretty long way, huh? Okay, and there's that guaranteed stun from having the Bulma on rotation. That's actually pretty good. Huh. I did not think it would work out that way, but it did. So, I guess, you know, I'll definitely take it. And of course, with each super attack he does build up 20% attack. 200%, so yeah, we see the guaranteed crit is proccing in there eventually. Bulma is providing 50% support as well, which is important to note. But yeah, this Kid Goku doesn't even have All in the Family, right? We have some of these DB Saga links that he can get, but All in the Family is a huge defensive link that could really benefit with this guy, right? I mean, Incredible Adventure does give 7% defense, but nothing really crazy. I like that. And then now next turn we have the active skill where we can get the heal. So in this fight you could put him in slot 1 safely, which should also mean against the Gamma 1 phase he actually would also be able to sit in slot 1. Okay. Now this guy does not have a cooldown, we got to keep that in mind. So we're probably going to put Daima Goku slot 1 here. I think that is the best course of action. We'll grab some same type orbs to get some healing with this Goku. Well, actually, this guy's stunned anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I forgot about that. Technically, we could have kept Bulma here, but we'll keep Diamond Goku. He will be, it's just a fine little option here. Now, the Steam is nice. I do wish the 220% portion by itself was actually a little better. So it is 50% to Youth or Dragon Ball Seekers. Now, Dragon Ball Seekers is going to become a much better team over the course of the next few months because a lot of the Dynamite characters are on there. At the very least, all the dynamic characters before the wish was made will be on there. I don't know if they'll put like, so again, we don't know what the wish is made to make everyone an adult, but the wish was already made. They're no longer seeking the Dragon Balls. So are they not going to be Dragon Ball Seekers? They might not be in DB Seekers, which would be very unfortunate for this team. And like, you know, let's say Super Saiyan 4 Daimyo, right? But we'll see what happens from here. Okay, well, I guess we're not... I'll let Beast Gohan receive the attacks here. We'll also just use the Active Skill anyways. Well, yeah, we'll probably let Beast Gohan just receive the attack. What are we looking like here with Kid Goku? 700k defense already. Now, we take that, we lose a little bit of here. I mean, yeah, he's stunned, actually, still, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, I might as well just get the stack with Kid Goku then. He's stunned, so yeah. We'll let Beast Gohan just grab this, and then we'll float this Bulma around again. Bulma's here mostly for the unit super attack, for the guaranteed stun in the first phase. And that's where I wanted to show this guy is really good. Again, with the unit super attack with Bulma, he guaranteed stuns. But then he seals on his normal super attack, which he gets as well. So against a lot of these battle-hardened foes fights, he's either going to guaranteed stun or guaranteed seal the first phase. I mean, this also applies to stage 9 in the battle-hardened formidable foes, right? He is able to stun or seal the boss until the final phase, which, you know, of course, the final phases usually can't be stunned or sealed anyway, so I'm not, like, going too crazy over it. In this situation, we also do have the Ghost Usher with this Vegeta that we could use with Goku, which, I mean, there's not really a reason not to use it, to be honest, here. Especially because Daima Goku does not have his 90% dodge, so we'll just get this out of the way here. And that'll be just fine. Next time we also have SDR Bulma, who will provide us a nice little support buff, too. Alright, so at this point, we'll let Daima Goku sit in slot 2. I think that'll be the best case scenario to do here. This Kid Goku's not full link level 10, huh? That's not the biggest deal, though. We also switched back to Vegeta. But we could get, I guess, an offensive look with the Goku. Because Goku does provide offense support, does he? So, like, if we switch over here, yeah, Goku is providing the offense support. You could see the difference in the defense numbers, because we don't technically need the defense for Kid Goku here. Actually, no. He's not going to need the support anyways. Never mind. Doesn't even matter. Right, because this guy is not on Successors or the Fusion team. So, yeah, that's the thing about this guy's support. I guess being fair, Tech Goku does also not support that guy anyway. So, I brought him just for the Ghost Usher, really. So, we can kind of, again, first phase, link with the stuns. Then in the second phase, we have the Ghost Usher. And on top of the Ghost Usher, we also have the, what was I going to say? The target skill with Beast Gohan. So we're kind of able to work things around in a way that'll favor us really, really well. And yeah, I guess the only issue is Daima Goku sometimes may not get built up if he's not slot 1 early on. But at least turn 1, he has his 90% chance to dodge. Ideally, you know, I guess I would actually like to run AJUI over this guy, to be honest. Because he has 100% dodge turn 1, right? Which means that there's no chance at all to lose. But we need a DB Seeker's character. Maybe if his intro, I guess on one hand, his intro being easier would be good, but on the other hand, it would be nice for long events where you could hold on to it a little longer and just wait. So, 573k. I'm pretty sure Kid Goku would just get instantly killed here. Now, Gamma 1 can double super attack, right? Or Gamma 2 can double super, and he has a cooldown of 8. So, maybe he supers me in the middle. I think that would be the best case scenario. Funny enough, actually, Beast Gohan has not gotten hits, which makes sense considering the situation we were in. Let me just grab this key sphere right here, and then we'll make sure we grab these 5. Bulma doesn't need Rainbow Orb, so it's fine. And now the support's kicked in too. So, yeah, again, Beast does want to get a little bit of build up. He's taking some damage here against this Gamma 2. I actually didn't think he would take this much damage with the guard at 60% reduction, but yeah. 650k. Oh, God. He took a lot of damage there, Beast Gohan. I mean, he's not on the, he's only on 170% here, right? He's not on that 220%, which that does matter. It really does matter, right? So I don't think we're dead at the end here. But it definitely is going to get a teeny tiny bit close. I mean, multi-super attacks now, we're looking good. But we're at 3% HP now until we can get the active skills up with the Kid Gokus, or, you know, some same type orb healing. Again, we're lucky enough to get the Bulma next turn so we can get the guaranteed stun, which is going to be a nice little effect that we can have. So, alright, so he's at a 24 mil attack stat. Yeah, I mean, his attack stats, once we have like a lot of these DB Saga links, they could start to look quite impressive. Considering he's going to be permanently stacking, and these are likely going to be guaranteed crits, right? Doing 5 of these basically a turn is pretty nice, right? You know, for a stacking and defensive kind of character, the amount of damage overall with all these different additionals. But actually, I don't know what I was going to say after that. There's not really a but. I mean, it looks pretty nice. It's not like the mega crazies, I guess that's what I was thinking of. Okay, we need Diamond Goku to lock in here. I could use a Sensu Bean, and I kind of almost want to. By the way, the battle motion looks pretty sick. I want to use a Sensu Bean almost, just because I'm at a... There's like 2 Diamond Goku friends in the friends list, man. I'm going to use a Sensu here. Could we no item this with Kid Goku in the team? Easily, 100%. But I'm not going to risk anything I don't need to risk, right? We'll use the item here. Diamond Goku not taking damage anyway, so not the biggest deal. But now at least he's getting some of his stat buffs. Issue will be Beast Gohan not getting a hit in for his target skill. That's the only thing we can consider when it comes to Kid Goku guaranteed stunning, is like either Beast Gohan, I guess specifically, doesn't get hit at all, he's not going to get his target skill, which means that we're not going to get it in the final phase. So you have to maybe line things up a certain way so Beast Gohan can be the one who gets hit. But right now he's kind of in the off rotation is what we can call it, so it might be a little tough to get that set up properly. I think we can though. It's definitely possible. So there's Bulma with the Yamcha support. I mean, Bulma, she's a dodge character, so she has aged decently well, but man, she's a bit of a risk to run in these teams. It's only because Goku's getting guaranteed stun with her. I'm even like considering that. And turn 1 Goku with Ki will obviously be an issue too, but at the bare minimum, Beast Gohan does provide 3 Ki support here. So in this specific situation, Beast Gohan will allow Kid Goku to get a super attack. Oh wait, never mind. right, let's stop. In most situations, Beast Gohan will let Kid Goku get the super attack there. Yeah, turn 1 Ki. I mean, this guy has no Ki in his passive. He only gets Ki from the active skill, which is where most of that will come from. At the bare minimum, this may line up good for us anyways, though, because if we get to the situation where the other rotation is the second rotation, quote-unquote, then we could get to some max turn 1 with this specific rotation, and that'll allow Beast Gohan to get his target skill, which is ideal. Alright, Vegeta, cook, buddy. I mean, he's not going to get one of his additionals, so at this point, I'll probably skip until the next phase. There's not really much to see next rotation anyway, so let's go back. Never mind, Diamond Goku didn't dodge. You know, I think we saw pretty decent from him in this stage. Maybe his own leader skill wouldn't work, but you could definitely be the stage with this guy on the team. I mean, seeing what he does with just All in the Family, you could throw him on the 220% Tech Vegito team, have Tech Vegito as your slot 2 character, and have this guy maybe floating around. Because, I guess, well, no, that won't really work. He needs his own team because he needs DB Saga Youth or DB Seekers for that intro. I don't know, I think he needs a better, stronger team of his own team to work at his peak in this fight. I'm not really a fan of him right now currently in these fights because his team could be a little fishy. I guess I could have put him in slot 1 on that specific rotation to have no risk, which would have worked out fine. Like, this guy can, like, he doesn't get any extra defense from, like, when attacking in his passive. It's all his stacks that he gets, and it's all the defense that he gets when receiving an attack. So if he has enough defense to live in slot 2 most of the time, he could also have enough defense to live in slot 1 anyways, right? Again, that's not counting if you barely lose and you would have survived because of the 20% stacks, which I mean they will matter, but it's not gonna be like if you could likely live in slot 1 situations, what I'm saying, which was what we saw. So I like that overall, but yeah, this guy in this event is definitely restricted to his own team. In longer fights is where this guy will be able to get advantage of that intro. And it's not even just because the stacking, because if he had like a really, really good Bulma with him, if we had a lot of other really good DB Saga characters, this guy would actually be really good in these fights because he has the guaranteed stun. But the characters we're relying on are like Beast Gohan, and that can mess with Beast Gohan because of the stun, right? You guys are seeing my point. Path to Power Kid Goku's not out yet. He would actually be a nice little help for this kind of setup. Unfortunately, Roshi is not going to work well here. If he gets touched in the second phase, he's dead. So we just need a ton of more good characters for this specific setup, man. So we'll have to wait and see, but we'll hop into probably one more red zone stage, I think, just to get some final looks at him. Maybe we'll bring a DB Saga center team like that and see how high his numbers can actually get. But let's hop right into probably either the red zone, Future Saga, yep, or the Jiren one. All right, so I just want to show off the team I'm building here, and I'm just gonna stack up until we get to the Jiren part of the fight. The Jiren. I mean, Tech Kefla is like a okay, decently part of the fight. Type disadvantage, but we're not really gonna have trouble with Tech Kefla. So we'll just start things off here. We actually brought Tech Ultimate Gohan here. I think this could maybe be an interesting rotation for these red zone fights. And this is kind of what we have set up. So Goku is going to run out of his intro, which I did want to also get set up here, that Goku will eventually run out of that ability, which is definitely fine with me. I'm not really in a big rush to like, okay, I have to make sure I see the intro. It's not always going to happen, so this way it'll be a good opportunity to see it. But this is the build we have in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan if we're floating around supporting. I think the general idea for rotations I want is probably, well, I should probably keep Tech Goku in rotation, huh? Actually, why am I floating Tech Goku off? I don't know. I guess I'll have to reset. I was just clicking orbs, bro. So yeah, Tech Goku plus the Kid Goku. Then we'll likely have the other rotation be Goku and the Tech Gohan. So that way we can keep all in the family up consistently, right? And we'll just see how things go from there. All right, so oh, I hit a bottle. Here we are in the Jiren fight. We're gonna just use this. Just get this out of the way, right? I don't know how strong Goku's gonna be specifically. Vegeta will probably take some damage himself, to be honest. But we could use Gogeta's active if we really wanted to here. Wait, what if I Batar break? I might have to Batar break actually, to be honest. I think we're gonna have to get the Batar break here. I don't really care about winning with Vegeta or anything. That's not the biggest deal here. We'll do this, I guess, and let's just see what Kid Goku's able to do. We'll get his actives going here one last time. He should have his full passive pretty much, and I think we'll wait for the Gogeta active until the next turn with the other Kid Goku. I think that'll be fine, because yeah, that'll be fine. So let's see how things go here with these Goku and Vegeta cards. Again, Jiren usually just instantly supers. He does seal as well. So, excuse me, that's something that we got to consider, but there it is. All right, Goku, what do you take this for? Double digits, right? Oh, 264 KD damage right there. Let me take a look here. What does Int Jiren hit for again, actually? At the top of my head, I do not recall how hard this Int Jiren hits for. So that's with 12 stacks. That's with the active skill as well. That's without the guard ability, though. Keep that in mind. He actually he didn't have the guard ability yet, which is kind of crazy. So actually, yeah, that's without the guard ability, but that's with only just a 20% reduction, huh? Yeah, I guess that's not really a common occurrence that's going to be happening, I feel like. Hold on, let me bring up this Jiren fight. So this Jiren is hitting for, yeah, about 4.5 mil or so is how much this Jiren's hitting for, huh? Okay. Interesting. I wonder if the other Kid Goku has his guard up. I guess I don't know, but let's skip ahead. Never mind, Jiren killed me. Okay. Well, okay. I guess that happens. You know what? I'll probably just end things here. Yeah, it's fine. So, I don't like how that showed at the end. The ending was kind of brutal. I do like him in these long red zone fights, though. If you're able to get all of his supers off that he needs to, he will definitely, get the guard eventually. Get the guard and 20% reduction, so be looking pretty good for him. Yeah, no, he cooks, Kid Goku. Well, did he have his guard up, man? He might have at that point. Okay. I think he looks really good though. I like what he's doing, but let me know what y'all thinking. What y'all think about this Kid Goku just in general. Yeah, I think he did have his guard up though, because he was at 800k defense. He definitely had the guard. So with the guard and 20% reduction, he's taking 200k damage from a 4.5 mil super. I mean, it could be better, but it could be way worse as well, right? I think that I'll definitely take this. And considering that we could have held back a little more and kept stacking a little better, I could have done a bunch of other things with him to make sure that he looks better specifically, but this is kind of more of a natural, like, just progression run where I'm not like putting too much thought into it at the end there. But okay, we'll take him into the Festival of Battles in another video specifically. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.